All right, welcome back to a special edition of Podcasting with the Squad. I got the homie Nick out here. How you doing, bro?
I'm doing well. How are we all tonight?
This is the first time for Nick to the show. Welcome to the show.
I hope I get fans.
Yeah, I don't really.
No, I was just saying something random.
Oh, man.
I feel like you have to when you're on a podcast. You just have to throw something out there.
Yeah. You right. But so what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be, and whenever Nick has time or whoever we get on here, we're gonna be reviewing season 8 of Game of Thrones episodes because the premiere happened yesterday. So
Amazing, by the way.
Amazing premiere.
Disappointed in the least.
So you know what? So let's just get straight to it because that's what we're here for.
Yeah.
So do you just want to break down like scene by scene, or are we going just
get into it? What are we talking? Let's go time frame. You know
time frame. So we start in we start in Winterfell.
They're rolling in a freaking giant caravan of genitalia-less
ballless
rolling in with no balls whatsoever, with the biggest balls I ever seen.
No balls whatsoever, none.
I couldn't tell if they were actually wearing shirts this time or just the armor like last when that kinky shit they're always into.
Yeah.
I got no penises.
I think that's what I always wondered. Do they have no balls or do they have no penises?
Is that part of the thing? Is like if you had no balls, you got to show it, because I feel like you get some angles doing that. You know what I mean?
I think so don't think less of me because I actually researched this one time. So it turns out that even if you get castrated, you can still get erections from time to time.
That's wild.
It's crazy.
Does your stump just get like your stump forms a knuckle of some type?
No. But this is why I don't think I think they're just ballless because we're talking about the Unsullied.
Yeah.
So the Unsullied. So yeah, the Unsullied, when they're kids, they're slaves and they get neutered so they can only focus on fighting and not fall in love and stuff like that. So I checked out the Unsullied. No, I didn't check them out. But like I looked up some
did some data analysis.
some unique research, and it turns out that you can still have erections without balls. So yeah, and I think Missandei kind of hinted to that in I think season 7 when Daenerys asked her, she was like, "You and Big Worm? What's his name? His name's
Big Worm?
What's his name? Like Worm?
Friday?
What's his name?
No. Yeah, I think his name is Worm.
His name is Worm.
Yeah, General Worm. Man.
General Worm.
That's all he's got.
So Worm's Worm. That's all he got.
That's all he has, man.
He just has a
That's
worm.
His soldier.
He just has a worm.
He just has a soldier. That's it. Little trooper.
He just has a worm. So Big Worm's
That's
worm.
All he got to go to war with. His little war worm.
Hey, shout out to all the eunuchs out there. No disrespect, man.
No, fuck the spider. That shit was great when Tyrion got him from the get go. It's like his face on sight with those two, man. The first thing he says is like, what does he say? It's like it's gotta be kind of odd to not. It's gotta be kind of great right now for you or something like that. And he's like, what do you mean? Because you can't freeze your balls off. And he's like, how come you make all these unique jokes and I don't make any dwarf ones? He's like, because I have balls and you don't. Like, damn, got him.
Yeah, Tyrion was coming in wild. But okay, but back to it. So we get to the beginning of the movie. There's an army marching into Winterfell, right?
Winterfell.
And then
that's not Skyrim, I don't think.
I was honestly that's exactly what I was thinking. I was talking about Skyrim.
All these Norse places, man.
They exactly. So they're there, right?
Yeah.
And we see Arya watching the crowd, and she like waits for some little kid. She moves out the way so some little kid can watch it.
She's scouting everyone.
She was scouting everybody, looking at who she should kill.
Yeah.
And then
take their face.
She disappears, and we end up inside the castle.
Yeah. And
which is crazy because everybody knew this was gonna happen. Freaking everybody in Winterfell hates outside. They hate Daenerys. They hate outsiders. They just think that she's like the Mad King. And then Daenerys meets.
She meets everyone.
She meets everyone.
he reads Bran. Bran's like,
Bran is
that fool's a straight gangster.
that
Man.
fool's crazy.
He didn't move one spot. He stayed in that same
The
spot.
same spot
For like a whole week, just
the
staring
whole,
at
he
everyone.
Just, that was crazy.
Just this ominous figure, man.
It was crazy
He
because
was like the dude, the father of the Matrix.
He was worse because he told. Well, I think this is jumping to the end, but remember when he told what's his name what's the Sam. He told Sam, he said I'm waiting for a friend.
Yeah. And he waited just to mad dog someone the whole time. He moved after that, I bet you, dude. I bet you. He said I'm done. I did what I had to.
He said mission accomplished.
He stayed right there to get that for the meanest mug in all the 7 kingdoms, man.
Yo, and he knew exactly what spot Jamie would show up. He just sat at the entrance and just waited.
Bro, he's like, you don't even know me now. I'm about to get you. I'm about to put hands on you.
That's basically what that look was. He was like, I know everything.
He's like, you're a weirdo. You've been exposed. Everybody knows it now. You got one hand. You're in my kingdom, and I'm about to stomp you.
He could really expose that.
I'm going to go back in time and see you. Don't push me off. I'm gonna put my foot in your ass. That's what's gonna happen.
So okay, so what did you think about the encounter between Sansa and Daenerys? Was it obvious that was gonna happen?
Yeah, I thought that was cool. Honestly, I root for Daenerys, man, but this time it was like Sansa basically like she didn't say much, but the scene said it all. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
That was good acting.
Oh no, yeah, exactly.
And like Daenerys, she's all condescending, per usual. But yeah, Sansa just basically sarcastically stepped to her like, you know me. I don't care if you got baby dragons, little dragon kids.
I think it was cool because I think this was like one of the I think this season 8 is all about those character meetups that we've been waiting for like the entire show, like what's gonna happen when they meet this person or this that, and you see so many interconnected storylines now. It's crazy because the meeting that I always wanted to see was Jon and Arya, right? I wanted to see like their reunion.
That was cool.
It was cool, but it was also kind of like
oh no.
It was kind of weird because like it was cool, but it was a little standoffish at the same time.
They don't trust each other.
They don't. Like Jon was like asking her about herself, and then she was like, "How'd you die?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Is that just common knowledge now?"
Yeah.
I think Bran told her everything. Like I think Bran's told everybody everything.
Yeah.
Except like that Jon's piping out his but other than that, Bran's told everyone everything. So like they know like, and so like the big thing that they said was like, you know, he said to Arya he said
don't trust her.
He was like, but we said, oh, so you're defending Sansa now, and then she was like, Sansa's defending our family, and then Jon was like, I'm part of that family.
Yeah.
And then Arya was like, you better remember that.
Yeah.
And they hugged each other, but it was like,
it's like she was like sad because she's like, I might have to kill you.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was
like, I might have to kill you. Like, I don't want it.
That's exactly what
that
happened.
was hella gangster. Everyone thought that was. People were like, oh, that was sweet. I was like, no, man. No. She was like, I think I might have to kill you, and I want you to know.
And you know what the coldest thing was? She smiled. She was smiling.
And Jon was like worried, like, oh damn, I think she might kill me.
Yeah,
like,
Jon was scared.
Yeah.
She just smiled and was like, yeah, I mean, I'm happy that we're meeting, and you know, but you're gonna have to die. That's on me. That's on me.
Definitely a possibility, man.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking this whole time. I'm thinking like, okay, Jon Snow, you know, he's loving Daenerys too much. Eventually, it's gonna cause a rift between the family. And then we're gonna be jumping around on this one. We're jumping around, but let's look at the end where Sam kind of breaks the news, or we can even talk about Sam. How?
No, it's all spoilers.
We're spoiling it. This is spoilers. I'm gonna put a spoiler alert at the beginning. Let everybody know what's up. This is
Sam. Oh man.
So let's talk about Sam.
I completely forgot about that. Can you believe that?
I forgot that they were. I forgot.
Completely forgot.
It was just like when season 7 when his dad and brother gets burned.
Yeah.
It was like an insignificant family line. I was thinking.
I mean, I thought it was an important event.
Yeah.
Because obviously everyone's asking, Daenerys, are you sure you want to do this? Like, this is not a good way to be seen in the Seven Kingdoms. Like,
yes.
So like, and I knew that was gonna be important, but I didn't know it was that important.
Like that close.
Like, I didn't know that there was so much connected to it.
Like it was
Because that's
literally...
gonna play a key part in everything. That was not. I knew it was gonna affect it.
Yeah.
It did affect it the way it did, but then it had a ladder effect that was just like you didn't even, unless you really paid attention, you didn't see it coming, and I didn't pay attention, man.
Yeah, so those of you who don't know, Sam's dad and brother was a part of the initial like war between, or battle between, when Daenerys first got to Westeros.
Yeah.
And she was fighting against King's Landing or whatever, like the capital. And Daenerys, they won, if I remember correctly, they won and they took over, and they were like making people that surrender and bend the knee. And Sam's dad didn't bend the knee, so he was gonna get burned. And then I think he asked Daenerys to spare his son, which is Sam's older brother. Yeah. His older brother said, "No, I'd rather die with my father," and she burned both of them. Yeah. Which was, I was like, okay. I think this is officially Daenerys. Like at that moment, I felt like I think Daenerys is probably gonna be the bad guy at the end of the series. And so, but I didn't think this would come back to in effect, because I didn't pay attention to the last names really. Yeah. Sometimes Game of Thrones just have too many characters. Yeah. To follow the names. Yeah.
Can I say a prediction real quick?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure they're gonna kill Jon. Oof. I think I don't know how they're gonna do it, but if it has anything with Daenerys being the bad guy, it's gonna be because in this next episode they're gonna talk about it. Like, yay, turns out you're my Thea, and and I don't roll that way, and I'm supposed to be the king, so your dragons are mine.
Okay, let's talk about that now, because now we finally can talk about it. This show has always, throughout this show, it's always been like, incest has been like the biggest elephant in the room that no one wants to address. I feel like every time I bring up Game of Thrones, everybody always says it's cool once you get past the incest. That's what everybody says.
Whatever. They watch a lot of porn. They know.
They know. You know what it is. You know what it is when you pulled up.
You're desensitized.
You know what it is.
You're American. You can't lie to me. I know you.
You know what it is when you pulled up. What's up? But yeah. But so that whole season, like,
I can't check your history. I know you're not reading those titles, and then you read the title, and then you feel all bad. But that's all right. That's another conversation, though. I'm talking too much about myself here. All right.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I know what you mean. Those are the. I'm okay. Off topic, but like. You try to
look at the video.
You try to say I'm not. I don't care about the title. I'm just looking at the girl in the video.
Yeah, that's what it is.
But no.
And then you're done, and then you're like, I can't believe I just watched that. Fuck.
Once you return back to reality, like
take a shower and think about what I did, and I'm all sad in my room. It's not a good look, but it's the times we're living in. It wouldn't. Stuff like that makes Game of Thrones interesting, because now you can relate. No. I'm just kidding.
You can relate to like search history.
Yeah, I think I get this. I think I understand. I can put myself in their position. I get them a little better. No, incest is wrong, guys.
No, that's foul.
It's wrong. It's foul.
That's the reason why Bran has no legs.
Help if you have that type of problem.
There's no love is all in that case. Where nobody's fighting for you.
This is not the freaking
Game of Thrones
1400s.
You have to save bloodlines.
Yeah, it's not happening.
We were all joking about that.
Yeah, incest is wrong. But anyways,
so now it's like Jon knows. I felt like I was expecting more throw up. Or
I think he kind of liked it, man.
I don't know, yeah, because like
he's kind of like, oh.
He was like.
I don't know her.
She was like,
I know my dad. That's what he said. He said, I know what my dad is.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, bro. I honestly, tell you the truth, I thought he was gonna kill Sam.
No.
I thought he was, because he's like,
not there yet.
He's not there yet, but like, he was like, that's treason. It's treason. And then he was like,
all over.
He said, no, you're the king. And he said, are you telling me my father, the most honorable man in Westeros, lied to me my whole life? And I was like, bro, like.
But then when he explained it perfect. He like didn't even care about. He was like, I'm put my own family's death aside,
Mm-hmm.
after you asked him, he didn't know, and he's like, "All right, well, I guess you didn't know, whatever."
Yes, you didn't know.
But he got over it. He was all right. Well,
But that's the thing, because Jon is like Ned Stark. He's like super honorable.
yeah.
So I feel like if I feel like Jon, and that might change this season, but I feel like Jon's the character that you can ask something and he would tell you the answer. Like when in season 7, where Cersei was like, or did you pledge loyalty to Daenerys? And I was like, yes, she is my queen, and ruined like the whole summit.
Oh man.
Like, but Jon is like, he's like honest to a fault. So like you can take his word for it. So I think that's why Sam was like, all right, he didn't know.
Yeah, that's crazy. He's kind of dumb, man. He's kind of dumb. Like,
he's dumb to a fault.
It's crazy because he literally didn't have to do any of that. Like everything up to that point of everything that happened. Well, no, they probably would have tried to kill him, but now they respect him too much to kill him. You know what I mean? Like his people. Well, maybe not anymore. Who knows?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They're setting it up to kill. I think definitely he'll be dead at least 3 episodes before the finale.
Bro, I honestly think it's like gonna be a Romeo and Juliet situation.
You think they're both gonna die?
I think they're both gonna die.
I think it's all up to Bran. They didn't give him a lot of time, but they like to do stuff like that, man.
Yeah.
They kill the person you think is the man. When they killed Ned, I was like, this show is dumb. I'm not ever watching this.
Oh, yeah.
And then I just tuned in for the next episode because it's so addicting.
Yeah. When I first watched it, I always felt like Jon was the main character because he got dogged so much in the first episode.
He did, man.
That I was like, oh, that's it. That's who I latched on to. Like I was like they like dogged him so much in the first episode. Yeah. They gave him the small, like the runt to the litter that was like
hey,
white
for you.
Yeah, he freaking.
This one's probably gonna die today.
Yeah, he was like, here, you can have this one.
It smells funny.
The freaking Ned's wife hated him. Like everything, everybody was just dogging him.
Give everybody a plate except for that fool. Get it yourself.
So I was like, yeah, this. I was like, this guy is gonna be. He's gonna be the one. He's gonna be the one. So when Ned died, I was like, I
knew it wasn't Robb Stark.
Oh yeah, that dude. Yeah.
That fool was ridiculous.
Yeah, he was corny.
He was so corny. He was swinging out the sword. His mom had to go up show him how to be a warrior.
Oh yeah, when Ned died,
like, I can't do it.
He was attacking the tree. I was like,
he's just like Theo, man.
Oh yeah,
Theo. Talk about eunuchs.
Okay, wait. Before we get to that, I want to close out the incest thing because
it needs to be addressed.
Daenerys really, like, for real. I don't know how much Jon loves her, and I think he does, but Daenerys really freaking loves this guy. Like, she put him on the dragon, and they flew. Like, I don't know if it's common knowledge that only can only Targaryens like control a dragon?
You're right. What if she knows?
I think she might know because
she knows.
I looked up some things and I saw that Targaryens are like cool with the whole incest thing.
You know what? That's how they did it. That's how everyone looked the same.
They're cool with the incest thing. So I think she might know.
She could probably just tell. I mean, dude, she's got mystic powers. She
doesn't
get burned.
I feel like she knows because like she looked back and she was like, "Oh snap!" He's like, because when he controlled. I think that one is the one that he was riding is Rhaegal. I think that one's named after Jon Snow's like real dad.
Yeah.
So when he controlled Rhaegal, and I'm saying that wrong or whatever, he told him to move, like go down to the water where the waterfall was. Rhaegar.
I don't know. I don't know. I hope it is.
This is Unqualified and Uneducated, so we're full. We got full disclosure to say everything wrong and be wrong.
Both of those requirements.
So when he controlled Rhaegal to go down to the waterfall, Daenerys was like, "Oh, what the hell?" Because at first it just seemed like Rhaegal was just flying and Jon was just on his back. But when he actually controlled it, she was kind of like, she had that look, like that wet look, like
what? Whoa, yeah, for real.
And then that's when she was like, she went down, and then freaking. And then what's the dragons? The other one's named after Khal Drogo, freaking Drogon or whatever. That one wasn't cool with it.
I don't think it was cool how they were doing that. That's her kids right there. Man.
Yeah.
They were like, dude, it's my mom.
Yeah, they both they was like, yo,
chill.
especially Rhaegar. He was like,
That's
you was on my
Mama.
back, bruh.
That's Mama Bear.
He was like, calm down.
You can't just ride me and then ride my mom.
That's foul.
For real.
That is foul. Like,
it was a moment for savages in this episode.
There was nothing but savages in this episode.
Straight savages, man.
So who's okay, so now we can talk about the eunuch that I think lost his. I think this one doesn't have.
He lost both.
He lost it all.
He don't got nothing.
He doesn't.
He got a knuckle.
Oh man.
Stub.
Okay, so he so he got his balls back though.
Yes.
He got his balls back this episode.
Balls back.
He got his balls back this episode because him and his crew attacked one of these ships and saved his sister.
And this fool was a beast too.
He was a beast.
He was getting off.
He was killing people.
He was killing people like nothing. Just
arrows,
boom, boom.
saw to the head when a dude was standing in front of the door. Got headbutted by a sister and still got back up. And then he left. Right. He left. He left without any crew. I gotta go to Winterfell. I gotta go to Winterfell to help fight this war.
Yeah,
I gotta go fight it.
That was savage.
That was some savage stuff.
Savage. I was like, I love this. I really don't want him to see the White Walkers and then back to whatever Schmeagol type character.
No,
I can't do it, man.
Yeah, that was it.
He needs to die if that's the case.
His whole arc was kind of rough for me because I felt bad. Like
his arc is what,
Like I felt really
that
bad.
Really like just throws you off. Like wow, like as you see him as a character, it's like okay, and then he kind of gets shameful.
Mm-hmm.
He kind of just gets arrogant and kills innocent people.
Yep.
And then he gets trapped.
Mm-hmm.
He gets betrayed, and then the Red Wedding happens, and it's just like it was all bad for the Starks.
Yeah, and that thing was crazy because like you said, you saw him before all this happened. He was just like super arrogant, and then to see him turn into like freaking Schmeagol or Dobby from Harry Potter, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Dobby has no master,
and his name was Reek for a minute.
Yeah, Reek. That's
what his name was.
Just reeks of cowardness.
That fool was Reek, and it took a long time, but he's back to like.
He would bathe another dude, give him shaves, and
he would have the knife next to his neck and be afraid to.
And he's like, I have to save him if I don't, and they'll kill me or something. I don't remember what he was thinking. He had like terrible Stockholm syndrome.
That was
wild.
Yeah. So it's good to see. It's good to see Theon.
He got his sister captured.
He got her captured and left.
But oh man, I just hope they don't kill Tyrion. They can't kill my dude Tyrion.
Okay, on to Tyrion's part,
he's a fool right now. He actually believes Cersei.
Yeah, that's what Sansa said.
Everyone said it. He said you're stupid.
And I think Jon believes it too.
He's like, your sister hates you, man. She wants you to die.
So Tyrion keeps saying that Cersei is sending an army to fight with them. And Sansa, when they had their meeting after they hadn't met in like years, and she basically said her last words was like, I used to think you were the most cleverest man in this world. And he's kind of like taken aback because that's true. It's like, why are you expecting Cersei to come?
Yeah. Honestly, he's the best at playing the game.
He is the best.
He's the best. The spider's cool. I don't like the spider.
I don't like the spider.
He's doing something. He's up to something.
He's up. Yeah.
He's helping the Ice Night King.
He's him and because
him and Littlefinger, they're the worst.
Him and Littlefinger were the worst.
They're the ones that got Ned Stark killed.
They were. They started the whole game.
And he changed his mind halfway because he's like, I think this side's going to lose. He's seen it coming. Yeah. He was like, this side's going to lose. Like, I need to get Ned out of here.
Yeah.
But it's too late.
Yeah.
Then he just doubled back on his losses. Like, all right, whatever.
And that's why I haven't liked him from the start. And then he kind of just joined Daenerys' team.
And Tyrion the whole time was just like, nah, screw this family's fucked.
He was just he was just doing his thing. He was just playing his part. And then he was just like, yo, my dad is trash. My dad hired a prostitute to fall in love with me.
And then tried to kill me.
and tried to kill me after he slept with her.
And now he's blaming me for my nephew's death.
That family's crazy. But I think that whole Tyrion thing, believing Cersei, is gonna get exposed next episode.
They are.
Because
I think
Jaime's
it's
there.
right off the bat.
Jaime's there.
No, he comes there and I think he saves them from that. I think he does.
Saves him from
Well, from getting, like expecting
to
reinforcements.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's the only role that Jaime plays in this. And he might fight, he might do something, but I think that's the only role that he really plays in this whole thing, is just being there to like let them know that they're not having reinforcements. And then while we're speaking of Jaime and Tyrion, we got to talk about Bronn, not Bran, Bronn.
Bronn. Oh yeah, they hired him to kill.
Yeah, they hired him to kill
the sailor dude, right?
No, they hired him to kill Tyrion.
Oh, they did.
Yeah, they hired him to kill Tyrion because they gave him. Remember, they gave him the crossbow.
Oh yeah.
They gave him the crossbow that Tyrion shot his dad with. So now we got to see if he's gonna like. What's he gonna do? Is he gonna join Tyrion and Jaime, or is he gonna kill Tyrion for Cersei?
I think that he'll probably kill Jon.
You think he'll be the one?
Yeah.
Dude, like
I feel like he's gonna kill Jon. Jaime's gonna kill him, and Tyrion's gonna cry the whole time.
Bro, as of right now, my prediction is gonna stay the Romeo and Juliet situation where they're both gonna die in each other's arms or something like that, and Drogon's gonna take the throne, or Arya's gonna kill Jon if Jon dies. If Jon dies, it'll be because of Arya. Yeah, I think that's with Needle.
With Needle.
The one that he gave her.
Yeah, has so much meaning. It's poetic.
The one that he gave her.
Yeah, definitely.
I think that's how Jon dies. Yeah, Arya.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think that's how he dies. What else do we got to cover from episode 1? The ending with the White Walkers, what they did to that little kid.
Yeah, that was wild.
That scared the shit out of me.
I jumped up.
That scared, especially when they started screaming.
Yeah.
I had my headphones in at that point.
Oh man.
That scared the shit out of me.
Yeah, I jumped. I did. It got me.
And you know what I'm happy about it? Because I was like, is the White Walkers coming like episode 7? When are they coming?
They're like, no, tomorrow.
They're coming. Like, we're
coming tomorrow.
Where freaking, what is that fool's name? Thummerhammer or whatever, the wildling.
Yeah.
Redhead dude.
Like, they're gonna be there by tomorrow night.
Yeah, they were like there was the 2 squads. I can't remember names on the squads, but it was the guy that has the Man of the Fire or whatever.
Yeah.
It was his squad and the wildling squad or whatever, and the Night Watch.
Yeah.
They were at some point at some watchtower, and then somebody's home.
Watch the wall get burned down.
Yeah, and then freaking they're like, oh, that means the White Walkers were here, and they're like, whoa, you mean we passed them? And so they're like, the White Walkers is like down the street to Winterfell. So now it's really like the next. I don't know if it's gonna happen next episode. It's probably gonna happen at the end of the next episode, where it's like put up or shut up. Is when like everybody's like, okay, we gotta fight. Like, which is gonna be pretty interesting.
Did they kill the giant?
Ooh.
They got a dragon and a giant.
Ooh, I think they do.
I know that. Yeah, he got one giant. The other giant died in the Battle of the Bastards.
Yeah. Oh, that fool got stabbed in the heart with like a billion
by
arrows.
That dude, of all people. Well, he already was getting messed up, but he got him right in the head.
Yeah. You know what's kind of like, because I think, was there anything else like there was Arya meeting up with the Hound. Arya met up with the Hound and the other fool with the hammer.
Yeah. That
makes the stuff. She met up with them, which was, I don't know. I didn't really get much out of that.
I don't know, there's a little romance going on. I thought she was too young.
Yeah. There was romance between freaking Robert's bastard. And her. Like, I was like, I don't know. I really don't know how old she is.
I feel like that dude's gonna survive all of this.
Yeah, he's gonna make it, and then he's gonna be like, I'm Robert's bastard, so I'm king.
I'm the king. He's the one who gets the throne.
He might end up with the throne.
And it'll be a repeat of everything.
It'll just be a repeat of Game of Thrones all over again.
Yeah.
I can see that. What was I forgot what I was about to say. I was about to say something. I don't think it was gonna be smart or anything.
One of the giants?
Nah. Oh yeah. Okay, so the dragons. This is Game of Thrones in a nutshell. They're always trying to be super poetic.
Yeah.
The dragon that got turned into the ice dragon is named after Daenerys' second oldest brother, which is like Viserion or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is ironic because Viserion turned on her in the beginning, so now her dragon Viserion turned on her in a way.
That's trippy.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everything, and it's no wonder that Jon always rides Rhaegal because that's named after his dad, and then Drogon is just like their ex or something like that.
Yeah,
after Khal Drago, so that's why he was like super. That's why he was like super pissed when Jon was like tonguing down his mom.
Yeah, he mad dogged him, man.
Yeah, he did. Like
so what are you doing?
They had this scene where it was both of them stood up, and then they had this scene where specifically Drogon was like
just staring.
Just staring. So like that was either like a stare was like, "Oh, get off my mom, dog," or he was like, "Hey, you really are a Targaryen, bro."
He's tripping.
He was like, "Hey."
He understood. He's like, "You're."
He's like, "Oh, nasty."
Disgusting.
He was like, "What are y'all doing?"
His little spit.
He spit to his side. He was like, "It'd been fire." He's just like, he's like.
He says one word.
Nasty.
It's like muttered.
Nasty. And then they're like, "Oh, the dragon can talk." Oh. So, predictions for next episode. Did you see the trailer for next episode?
I did.
Okay, I didn't. But what are your predictions for next episode?
They don't fight till the very end.
Okay, so you think I called it?
I think there's at least one battle in there. I think they're gonna probably kill one character.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Characters gotta drop like every episode.
Drop one. They're gonna try to drop as many characters as possible these next. What is it, like 10 episodes? Or 9 episodes? It's the. I'm telling you, it won't be Jon. It won't be anyone like too huge. But it's gonna be someone big.
Big enough, but not big enough.
Big enough.
Like, how many episodes is it this season?
I don't know. I gotta check.
I think it's like 8 or 9. Yeah, I mean, while you Google that, yeah. So I think it's like 8 episodes, right? So, and I agree with him. I think yeah, characters have to drop. Like they're just gonna have to die. Like it is what it is. But I agree with you. I think and also another thing, I think the breaking up of Jon and
6 episodes.
6 episodes.
That's kind of not cool.
That's not cool at all.
They better be hella long.
They better all be already an hour. Okay, so I think since it's only 6 episodes, it's gonna move a lot faster than I thought.
That's what I'm saying. Man.
So I know for sure next episode we're gonna see the breaking up of Jon and Daenerys, because it has to happen. He's just gonna be like, we're related.
I think.
And Daenerys gonna be like, and
I know.
I knew that.
You're my nephew.
Did you know? Why do you think you could? The dragons never.
I want this. This is what I wanted.
This is what I always wanted.
This is custom for our people.
So,
man.
So do you think Daenerys is gonna play fair with the whole Jon is really king, or is she gonna be like, I'm suited to be king. I have 2 dragons.
She's just gonna be like, perfect. I'm queen, you're king, and I am in charge.
Yeah,
yeah. Like she's like, I get both. What are you talking about?
So, but like, okay,
I get a king and you, and I get to be in charge of everything because I'm the mother of the dragon.
So, does that matter anymore? If they're both Targaryens and they both own the throne, does it really matter, or does it matter? Is that when Arya's going to try to kill Jon when she finds out that he's a Targaryen? Like, does it matter? Because like that whole family thing is kind of like, it's still there because he's like half Stark. His mom is Lyanna or something like that. Does it matter?
You know what could happen? Bronn could kill Daenerys.
Because Bronn is all about.
He's probably gonna be like, I don't want to kill Tyrion, but I want to win this war. And he probably does not give a crap about the White Walkers.
He doesn't.
Yeah, he probably does not even care in the least. He's just like, if I die, I die. but I don't want to kill my friend,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to win. So he'll probably just shoot Daenerys. Daenerys is dead. He'll probably die too. You know, they'll probably get him.
Oh, they're gonna jump on him real quick.
They'll probably put him to death. They'll probably give him a head chopping, or they just feed him to the dragons. I don't know.
They'll feed him to the dragons. I think Jon can take over the dragons at that point.
Yeah, and then Jon's gonna be in charge of the dragons, and then, of course, somehow Cersei's gonna kill one of the dragons, and then just gonna have one dragon left somehow. You know, of course, probably after a battle with the White Walkers.
Yeah, I think,
or the Night King will kill another dragon.
I think Drogon dies.
Oh, does he?
Drogon, I don't have that for proof, but I think Drogon dies because I think Jon will just have the dragon named after his dad.
Yeah, he'll kill. Yeah, that's probably what will happen.
Because I think
Drogon probably won't let him ride him.
Yeah.
And then he'll just be attacking, and then boom, he gets Drogon.
You know what? I think okay. So we say Cersei tries to kill him, and we say freaking the Night King tries to kill Drogon. But you know who actually gonna kill Drogon? Arya. Because Arya had, what's that fool's name? That freaking hammer maker or whatever. She handed him like a piece of paper, and it looked like it was like a spear or something like that.
It did.
So maybe so she's probably getting preparing to fight the dragons. Like Arya is just like, she's gonna take the dragon's face or something like that. So like Arya
lizard face.
At this point, I don't trust Arya anymore. Like she's just trying to take faces now.
Bro, I think Arya's,
she's probably second place. She's up there and playing the game. She's up. She's got to be up there.
She's just a really good assassin.
Like, okay, you might be right. Maybe Sansa more.
Sansa's way better at playing the game.
After she got Littlefinger.
After she got Littlefinger, she's just like super like. She's like, oh, this is how you play it.
Yeah, she knows.
That's why Spider won't talk to her. And then neither will what's his name? The dude used to work for Stannis.
Oh, freaking that fool's clutch. That fool's a savage too.
He's a beast.
That fool's a savage too.
He is a beast.
I forgot his name.
He's
something of the Blackwater.
None of them will talk to her because they know, like, yeah, she does not believe me. Like, they're like, she's too smart.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, she's the Lady of Winterfell.
And she's bad too.
She is bad. I like her. I like.
Actually, better than Daenerys.
I like the redheads.
Me too.
Man. I like the redheads. I gotta love her for redheads.
I think she's better than Daenerys. I'm not
gonna lie. Dude, that's tough for me.
Daenerys is bad.
I've been in love with Daenerys for so long. Like,
she aged. Nothing's wrong with that.
Yo,
ain't like a fine wine.
She is a fine wine, but we can't objectify women and refer to them as wine anymore.
Well, then I retract my statement.
She's fine like a fine human being.
She is just a beautiful person. Anyways, yeah, I definitely see Jon dying, and I definitely see maybe, I feel like, what do you think about that Bran
is the Night King? That is
there's a lot of support for that. Like, it's just like there's so much, like, because like they say that if once he gets older, he can go back in time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because he was seen.
Yes.
Before, that's what happened in Hodor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He seen him, and he was like, "Wait!" And for a sec, he wasn't even really there. Like, he actually went there and then went back.
Mm-hmm.
He teleported.
Okay. Yep.
So that's definitely evidence, in my point of view. Maybe he was still at the same place, but I mean, he was somewhere else too.
Yeah. Like, he was working.
He still did it.
He was working while everybody saw him sitting away. He was actually like going back in time. Well,
yeah.
That is crazy to think. Like, Bran is the Night King this whole time.
Brandon the Builder. That's what they refer to the guy who's like his great, or no, he's supposed to be like one of the first of men or whatever, and he had like special powers. And, and then that's crazy because he even says, like, I'm not Bran anymore.
Yeah, he's not. Yeah.
He's like, I'm the Raven. And so maybe that's him. And then just, you know?
Yeah, that's just crazy. Like,
so, like, maybe he already knows that's him. He's like, maybe that's why they can see each other's things, you know?
Oh man, that's crazy.
That's the older version of him that went in the past and got stabbed by the children of the forest,
Mm-hmm.
turned into the Ice King. They show that dude.
Yep.
They show him getting turned into the Ice King. They said
Yeah.
it, you know, and it seemed like he was trying to help right there too.
It did. He
You know
was.
that guy?
Yeah, he was.
And I think that's Brandon the Builder.
Yes. Okay.
And so that's how he has these powers to like, because if you think about it, Bran has the power to take over or to form two minds of his mind and whatever else, whether it be the dog or crow,
the warg or whatever they call it,
together.
Yes.
So their minds are tethered, and he's thinking, he's doing the movements.
Mm-hmm.
And the Night King is doing the same thing, but with dead bodies.
Okay.
So he's got like constant control of them.
So like when you say it's the Night King is Bran,
like, he's not Bran,
but they're
the same person.
They're the same person.
You know what I mean?
It's tough to wrap. It's tough to wrap my head around that one. Not that I don't believe it. It's just
they're both Bran, but one's a different version of Bran.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because nothing about him, man. He looks like freaking what's his name? Freaking Darth Maul. He looks like the Crip version.
The Crip
of Darth
version
Maul.
of Darth Maul.
He's, you know what I mean? That fool's a beast.
Okay. I like that. I like it. I'm gonna do my my Googles tonight so I can get back into that theory. Because that is true. That is something that could be. All it takes is one flashback to make it make sense.
Yeah.
Like that's all it takes. And I don't know how much time you got, but I gotta ask you, is the Night King versus Jon Snow, is that not the ultimate battle that's gonna happen?
I think it's gonna happen.
Or is Jon gonna? Oh wait, time out. Two things. So we got that question, and is the White Walker situation gonna end? Is that gonna get settled before or after, or are we gonna get this fight for the throne?
From what I understand, I feel like the Night King is just evil Bran, and he's just evil. He wants to kill everyone.
Mm-hmm.
He wants to control all of their bodies and do whatever. But maybe that's his thing, is like he just needs to kill humans.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that's why they did it. They put that weird magic thing in that one guy, and now he's an evil person.
Mm-hmm.
But I think if they do fight, Jon's going to die.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's just going to kill him, like somehow. And maybe he turns to a White Walker. Maybe he just doesn't even turn him into one.
Yeah.
He's just like, whatever, But I know that he's probably going to get another dragon. Not get another dragon, but probably kill another dragon.
Yeah.
Maybe not keep it. I mean, at that point, maybe that'll be the last dragon. And they figure out a way to make it so he can't get the dragon.
I think you just have to burn the body.
Yeah.
You just have to burn the body.
But you know what gets me is it kills me that Cersei used all the dragon fire. Because I feel like they made that for the White Walkers.
Mm-hmm.
Because it doesn't just burn red, it burns like hotter.
Mm-hmm.
And for like a long time.
Yes. And they wasted all that.
And she used it all to kill everyone in that freaking religious hall. You know?
She used it on humans.
She wasted it. She's the worst, in my opinion. And I can't wait till someone gets her.
Oh, I can't wait till somebody. Well, what's his face got her last night, but.
Oh yeah,
he got her.
That dude.
And that fool was he said he's about to turn on her.
That was the most savagest right there. Not in a good way. Just like, damn, like he's that arrogant. Like the level of just belief in oneself, the tenacity to get the queen. It was just crazy. He made it work too.
He made it work.
He's like, this is what I want to do, and I don't care if I get the kingdom. I'm just gonna dip after.
Yeah,
like,
he told
like,
her.
Really, like that's the only reason I did this.
That's
like
the only reason.
Like really? Like yeah. Why? What else were I gonna do?
It was funny because he said
he doesn't care. He's just like, I'm just trying to get some.
He just knows that the world's over. Like he's not on any side. He just knows the world's over, and he's just trying to
get some from the queen, so I could say I did. Go back to my island and chill. You guys can have your little war or whatever.
The White Walkers aren't getting through the water.
Nah, they're not gonna get over here.
So we're just gonna chill. But it's funny. The funny thing was he was like, he said, I'm gonna put a little prince in you, and everybody was like, nah, bruh, I think she's pregnant.
Damn, huh? That'd be awesome.
I think she was already pregnant with that.
I want to see. I know it's not going to turn out the way I want, but I want to see the Hound versus the Mountain.
That has to happen.
If it doesn't happen, I'm gonna be so disappointed.
Like, that has to happen. Like, they brought him back. Like, I don't know. Like, okay, so they brought him back, right? They brought him back to life or whatever. He's Frankenstein under there.
Yeah.
He has to fight the Hound. Surrounded by fire.
Yeah, dude.
Like, they have to fight in a ring of fire. That's the only way. And Jon Snow, like, I feel like he has to make it to the last episode, because what was the point of bringing him back to life if he doesn't do great things?
You know what's gonna make me so mad?
What?
If the Mountain somehow gets a hold of Jon Snow and just bashes his head in. That would make me so mad.
If Jon dies in a meaningless death like that, I'm gonna be pissed.
I'm gonna be so pissed.
That'd be.
I'm writing a freaking letter, man. I don't write letters. It's not what I do. I'm gonna write my first letter. I mean, I've written letter, but never to like someone for being upset. You know,
mm-hmm.
I'm writing a complaint in letter form. I'm gonna print it up. I'm gonna send it to George R.R. Martin.
Yeah, no,
it's gonna be very thorough, and it's gonna be along the lines of, you know,
what the hell?
What the hell's wrong with you?
Why? No, yeah. If Jon dies in a meaningless death, I'm gonna be so upset. Like, if he just contracts measles.
He just like
hypothermia.
He falls off a cliff somehow, just randomly. He's just like, whoa!
It's just like
wrong step. They're just looking over the cliff, like, oh no! Like,
and that's the first episode. That's like the beginning of the episode for episode 2. Dun, dun. Like, it's like, Jon, look over that cliff. Whoa!
He's just like walking along the cliff, and somehow he just like a noise erupts or something, and all of a sudden it just breaks, and he's like, oh. And then the dragon tries to save him, but it's just too late.
And the dragon just like looks up back at his mom and is like,
this is awkward.
Sorry.
Yeah, he deserved it.
Leave my mom alone. So no, I
dragon
agree.
Pushes him off.
I agree. So let's do this. Let's just let's say this. So there's a Stark counter. Episode 1, we got 4 Starks.
Yeah.
Episode 2, how many Starks we have? You think the Starks
make it? 4.
I think I agree we have 4.
They want to keep people wanting.
Yes, I think if they kill any Stark way too soon, it's a wrap.
They're gonna wait. Yeah, they're gonna be like, they're not gonna like it.
Bran,
wait at least till the 3rd episode.
Bran has to make it to the last episode because
they're not gonna kill Bran.
Because there's this Night King. There's the Night King.
First off, what is he gonna be doing on the battlefield? You know what I mean?
Bran has to make it. Bran has to make it.
Maybe Bran will take control of the dragon.
He's gonna warg into it.
Yeah. Maybe Bran will warg into it, and then like it'll be like in like this.
You
know, chest out.
Yeah.
Sure he's squared up. He's gonna be all squared up. He's gonna get the Night King. Boom,
start swinging on the Night King.
On the Night King in dragon form. Boom, 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 boom.
Bran, the American Dragon.
Dude. Brandy Phantom. Getting it.
Bro, that'd be
putting hands on the Night King. That's what he's gonna do.
It'll be freaking 1-on-1. It's like
Drogon versus warg into the dragon,
and they're just swinging on each other.
Boom, like rock'em sock'em robots.
Yeah, everybody, the whole like the White Walker, just watching it.
It'll be like that. You see that video game? It's like Monsters or something like that.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about.
Monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be like that.
Okay, last point, and I might cut this and throw it on to the end of the episode. How do you feel about this moment as far as Game of Thrones? And I don't know if this is something I should ask you before the last season, but through like everything, like through like the betrayals, the backstabbing, the deaths, the incest, the winter references, the reunions, the sadness, the deaths, the brought back to life, the magic, the everything. How do you feel as this episode is? The season of the life of Game of Thrones is coming to an end?
I think as a key element and knowing that makes it so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of shows that are really meaningful, they get dragged out for so long,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone has all these expectations. Because then everyone's just not. It's nature.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that has a beginning, has an end.
Yes.
You know, it's just like we just accept it, no matter what, and that's just the way things are.
Mm-hmm.
So you think about these shows. I mean, like I'll put throwing out there. I'm a huge Dexter fan.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Did you see Dexter before?
Yeah, yep.
Have you seen all the episodes?
All of them.
The ending was trash.
Yeah.
I was so mad.
It just.
And I was like, I can't believe I spent all this time, you know, thinking like it would have been so much better if they would have just killed Dexter. Like,
yeah.
I'm like, that would have been perfect. Like, when I think about awesome shows that went for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
that were just phenomenal, Breaking Bad is up there.
Okay. Yep.
And the reason why is because all this unexpected stuff happened that was like, it was terrible, it was awful, and he was doing so well. And he all of a sudden he got brought down, and then he dies, man.
Mm-hmm.
He does one last good thing, frees Jesse. He gets shot, and then he just walks around the lab looking at all the meth stuff that Jesse was taking over, and he was all proud. He's like, wow, my boy, man. He got it. He's making the best meth around. And then he just fell over and died, and he was all happy, man. He's like, if any way to go out, like he knew he's gonna die of cancer anyways.
Mm-hmm.
He's like, if any way to go out, he was like, wow, like that was a ride, you know?
So this is a
There's
this is a shot at Walking Dead.
Walking Dead, yeah, you can say that. They
Yeah.
should have ended it, man.
Yeah.
It's getting too much.
Yeah.
I'm interested still because I just like it.
I haven't. I stopped watching after my homie died.
Rick,
Nope.
Glenn,
Yeah.
yeah. A lot of people didn't like that.
And it's in the comic though. It's in the comic,
Yeah.
but I don't know. I just couldn't do it after he died. I was like my guy.
If they would have ended Walking Dead last season, it would have been perfect. But now they're gonna stretch it out. They're doing Rick Grimes movies.
Mm.
They're doing all this different stuff. I don't think the Rick Grimes movies are gonna happen, man.
I gotta start watching it. It's gonna take some.
The last season is because they solved the thing with Negan and they start all over.
Oh man, they're still on Negan.
You
Like, they
gotta
just
watch
finished-
it. You gotta watch it. That's all I should say else about it.
All right, that's crazy. Because when Glenn died, like 3 years ago.
Yeah. Well, this is different. This has happened like a year ago, I think. I think they just brought it back again.
Oh gosh, dang.
No, but my point is that you drag these shows out for so long. You're trying to keep all these ideas. You're trying to keep it going. For sitcoms, it works for some of them.
It works for some.
But when you have dramas, it doesn't work. And because like the drama, the intent is not that you're gonna like, you know, be distracted. The intent for distraction, the distraction you're gonna have, isn't like, oh, I'm gonna listen to corny jokes, because that's what you expect. You're like, oh, it's corny jokes. Family is just like super relatable. I get it. When you're talking dragons and dungeons and zombies, like you want some type of resolution at the end.
Yeah.
You want some type of climax, and then right after that, a resolution. It's just like, that was beautiful. Like, that's just like, that's something we understand. It's a pattern we're used to.
No, I agree. The thing is, like you said, with drama, because you can't with comedy, you can redo jokes and you can make it.
There's no climax.
Yeah.
I mean, in some comedy, but not in like a drama / comedy movie. That's, you know,
Mm-hmm.
perfect example. But for a sitcom, there's no climax, man.
Exactly.
There's just simple problems that they get figured out. And there's a lesson in it.
Yeah, but like with drama, you can't. You know what I'm saying? Is like you can't. You're always trying to top yourself.
Yeah.
Like every season, you top yourself, and you top yourself to the point where
You're
you
not
really can't.
toppable.
You can't top yourself without going away from the fundamental constructs of the setting or the scene. Like,
Yeah.
you start out driving cars,
It's
and then now you're probably gonna like in Fast and Furious, you start out with just driving cars.
and
Now
they're
they're
fighting cyborgs.
Yeah, they're fighting a cyborg, and then they're going to be in space. Everybody jokes about Fast and the Furious in the space, but that's going to happen soon.
Yeah, dude.
aliens are going to
Spaceships.
attack.
Aliens, man.
So yeah, so this was long,
It's entertaining.
but we're back to what I asked you originally. I agree with you that I'm glad that it's ending after 8 seasons, because everything is still like everything is still new in a sense that it hasn't felt repeated.
Yeah,
Everything is still new.
I definitely
Or
see that.
or like they haven't just threw out the laws of the world that they live in.
Yeah, they're not just like throwing in asteroid hits and now they got some weird creature.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're season 9 and they're gonna go from there, and they're not doing that.
Aliens are not coming to Westeros.
Yeah, there's not gonna be like Ned Stark is revived and now like everyone's revived and everyone's happy. That's not what's gonna happen. There's gonna be the ending is gonna be bittersweet, bro. That's how it has to be.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be like something awful happens, but someone survived and it worked out.
Yeah, so like
because if you do too much and you just do complete disappointment, everyone's dead and the bad guys win, it's not a good ending.
Yeah, no, I agree. Like I think I agree with you on that bittersweet thing because it's going to be bittersweet because it's just there's too many characters that for everyone to be happy.
Yeah.
And even if one of your favorite character makes it, you're gonna have other characters that you like.
There's too much conflict, and the way that the time frame is set up in that show is not enough time to deal with all of it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so much going on.
Yeah, and even within the plot, there's so many interconnected.
Yeah,
everything's just
so many beefs.
There's so many beefs and intricacies,
yeah,
which I applaud them on. That you think, okay, Jon is with Daenerys, so all of Jon's people are gonna be with Daenerys. No. Like we talked about, Sam is kind of against Daenerys now. There's I can't think of anything right now. But Sansa is kind of against everybody that's not from Winterfell.
For real.
So like
she's just holding down the block.
She's just holding down the block.
That's all she has to do.
Arya's with Sansa.
Yeah.
Bran is on his own. Actually, I don't know what Bran's doing.
Bran is a beast.
Bran can either
he's just doing his own thing.
I feel like he's either, like you said, he could be the Night King, or he's working with the Night King, or he just wants ultimate truth.
I don't think he's working with a Night King.
Or he's, or like, okay, so let's scratch that. I just think that he's working for the ultimate truth because he sees something that's going to happen and he's just making everything happen according to how it's supposed to. Like that's the only reason why he was so hell bent on Jon Snow knowing who he was. Like that's been the biggest thing since last season, what he was been trying to do.
Well, they have some of those people that have, like, didn't some of the wildlings that had people who could be wargs?
Yes.
Yeah. So like, Bran is one of those. He's like the one who could really ward.
Mm-hmm.
Like he does it. Like he doesn't just like use them to spy and steal things. Like he's like, they're his when he has them. You know?
Yeah.
So I think, he even did it to Hodor.
Mm-hmm.
He had Hodor over there, freaking holding the door, killing zombies,
holding the door,
like nothing, just boom, boom, hit with his bare hands, like Superman strength.
Yeah.
And that's his thing. And so I think that's a key part, is that he's not just some regular magic dude. He's like the magic. He's the third eye raven, three-eyed raven.
You're right.
And I think when that last thing happened, he woke up, the information was given, like the rest of the information he needed was just thrown to him by the last guy.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting.
Yeah. So how we could talk about this forever, but that is the episode 1 review of Game of Thrones with, as always, Robert on this podcast and tip with my boy Nick.
Yes, sir.
So if Nick, if you wanna come on some more episodes, man.
Yeah, I'd be happy to be there, man.
All right, so it's
Absolutely.
Good. It's good. So this was been reviewing with podcasting with the squad, and I normally don't end podcasting with the squad in this manner, but I'm gonna have to in this case. So if you think we said something uneducated, you're probably right. If you think we said something unqualified, you're probably right as well, because this is Unqualified and Educated, and this is what we do here at this channel. So thanks for listening to us, and we'll be back next week with episode 2 on Game of Thrones.